What up, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and the rest of the social media world? We back at it again with another one. Lies of Liars, Part 2. Black people are doing negative videos all day, every day on another black person who was illegally incarcerated. That should immediately tell you that they really don't have a life or they're on government payroll, commission to do just that. Either way, whatever they say should never go unchallenged. Some blacks are the new face of white supremacy. Why they trying to taint our past teachers' legacy? Present too, out they mouth, bunch of heresy. In today's topic, we will be addressing a false allegation concerning Dr. Malachi Z's medical history as it pertains to a sexually transmitted disease. Let us begin by saying that Dr. York does not, nor did he ever, have an STD. So where did this allegation of herpes simplex 2 really come from? None other than the corrupted FBI agents, whose job was to frame Dr. York by planting tainted blood work and fake documents. Let us now take you down memory lane to get a clear picture of this whole scenario. It all started on May 8, 2002. Dr. York was illegally incarcerated in the United States Federal Penitentiary in Atlanta, Georgia. Then,
on July 25th of 2002, two federal agents conducted a forced body search of Dr. York, where they took a sample of his blood. More than 1 year later, after Dr. York's incarceration hearing, the grand jury hearing, denial of any bond, etc., he was still awaiting the release of major discovery to justify why he was still being held, tried, and without bond or any evidence against him. Finally, on January 3rd, 2003, the Office of the District Attorney of the Oklahoma Judicial Circuit, by and through its representative, certified that a true and correct copy of the following has been served upon listed counsel for Dr. York via delivery. The only relevant tainted diagnosis of herpes simplex 2 came by way of a court-ordered body search on July 25th, 2002, which inadvertently gave two federal agents permission to unwantedly search and seize Dr. York's entire body, to obtain blood and cheek samples to analyze for any and all sexually transmitted diseases. This laboratory work was completed and sent to the Stanford University Hospital. Allegedly, Dr. York was diagnosed by one medical report of federal agents as having herpes simplex 2. Yeah, right. Yet, there is no record of Dr. York being treated for this illness either before or after his arrest on May 8, 2002.
I'm an FBI agent. I lived in there for 25 years. You know what? FBI agents make mistakes. The lab can make a mistake. And I'll jump on that bandwagon. I'm not gonna protect something just because it says FBI on it.
now I want you to all really hear us out, because what I'm about to say is real deep. Whenever a person goes to prison and is facing a huge sentence, it is common procedure for that individual to be medically cleared. The health staffs in the prison need to get an idea of inmates' health needs. In other words, upon arrival, an inmate has to be tested for disease. If that inmate has a disease, they have to be treated. That information is then put in the inmate's medical record. This is properly called medical intervention and is required prior to the health assessment. This is done to prevent a widespread of diseases that could potentially spread within the prison, affecting other prisoners and employees. Now, why are we telling you this? Because Dr. York, like any other detainee, had to be medically cleared prior to health assessment. So if he had an STD, they would have seen it in his health assessment records obtained when he was first detained on May 8, 2002. And there would have been no need to forcefully take his blood 2 months later. This is the reason why Dr. York did not take another blood test after the feds came back with tainted blood work, because it would have been impossible for him to have inflicted any of the reported sexually transmitted disease, in particular herpes simplex 2, on any of the alleged victims, since he had never been diagnosed as having an STD. Get it? I hope you got it now. Another interesting fact is the prison never gave Dr. York access to his personal physician. But I don't know about you guys, but my personal physician would have been the only doctor I trust to take my blood, not the feds.
I have a private physician who's been my doctor for over 10 years, Dr. Thompson, and no, he was not given the right to see me. He was blocked, and he called every day on the hour, and we have a report of it. However, a strange thing happened when I got transferred over here to Jones County recently. Right after he has 2 years of this humiliation, there's another inmate here called Gary C. Tatum, right, who's also They didn't say a doctor was here to see him. They just told him to go out there to the front desk. When he got out there, he saw Dr. William Thompson for the first time. And then, the point I'm making, he had access to my doctor, but I wasn't allowed to get access to my personal doctor for over 2 years.
Right.
Officers involved in that was an officer called Mr. Wood, an officer called Mr. Lovett, right, and another one called Kent here. But this place who has an obsession with making me uncomfortable, right? And so they came to me, Mr. Wood and Mr. Lovett came to my cell, A4 at the time, and asked me, do I want to go out and see a doctor? Well, I couldn't say yes because I had recently filed a suit against the doctors of this particular institution. So I wasn't going to go out there and put myself in their hands knowing I just sued them. You follow?
Right.
And so now it's caught between a rock and a hard place. But he never told me my doctor was out there waiting to see me. He asked me, do you want to go see your doctor or go to a hospital? And I said, no. He said, could you please sign that down? I said, yes. At this point, no. And I signed that down. I put under duress under it to let him know I know I'm being set up. Only later to find out from a letter from my doctor that he had asked the officer Wood out there, he said, does Mr. York know it's me out there? And Officer Wood lied and told him, yes, Mr. York knows you. He doesn't want to see you. Outright lie. We have it on record. We documented it. And Mr. Tatum also signed this document to verify that he was allowed to see him physically in one day. That's the kind of tortures I've been going through.
Did you know there were more FBI agents that testified as prosecution witnesses than so-called alleged victims?
In fact, they put in the post in the newspaper, they said that the prosecution had 47 witnesses, and we only had 42. The difference between their witnesses and our witnesses were human beings, people who came to testify, and some of the so-called victims who came to testify on my behalf. This was nothing but FBI agents, doctors, so-called specialists, and their doctors are so ridiculous that they said if there's no scars, there's molestation, and if there is scars, there's molestation. So the attorney asked, what's the purpose of the examination? And the doctor, so-called specialist, couldn't comment. How can you say, we got the minutes to that now, how can you say that if there's no damage, there's molestation, and if there is damage, there's molestation? That's a no-win-lose situation. Right. That's the kind of stuff they were trying to hide.
Now, for the record and on the record, Dr. Malachi Z did not have any diseases prior to May 8, 2002, nor after such date and time.
And meanwhile, the judge admits on the court, I was on the net and I read their stuff on the net. He admitted that while in the court. So he saw the facts. He saw that they had a disease, they had venereal diseases, chlamydia, and herpes, and I didn't have it. Right? He saw that there was no DNA on anything that they claimed. He heard one of the so-called witnesses say there was 2 pillars and one was thrown away. There had 2 pillars in court. So they actually created another pillar to put it in because some of the other witnesses kept saying 2 pillars, but the person who took over the house in Putnam County, when I moved the clock, right? That person there changed the house, painted the house up, fixed the house up, and I guess created another pillar to match. So he saw all of that, and he said, we got to close this case down so the world don't see it, so we can dictate on our televisions what we want the public to think. So we can make that, we got witnesses on the stand, and we can make like what they're saying is true.
Confirmation of these true facts are as follows. Number 1, having been incarcerated and detained in approximately 11 state and federal penitentiaries, Dr. Malachi York was never diagnosed as having herpes simplex 2. Nor is there any medical records of Dr. Malachi York being treated and cured of herpes simplex 2 or any other sexually transmitted diseases. Here's a list of the various prisons Dr. Malachi York has been. Number 2, Dr. William S. Thompson, MD, has been Dr. Malachi York's private physician since 1994, which is approximately 7 years prior to Dr. Malachi York's arrest and detention on May 8, 2002. On February 18, 2003, Dr. William S. Thompson sent the following letter to Kevin Mason of Middle District Court Probation Office, and I quote, "As I mentioned, I have been caring for Dr. York for about 7 to 8 years in the capacity of his family physician. Although I have kept records of my care and treatment of Dr. York, I do not have access to those records since their removal from my home on May of last year, being 2002. It is my understanding that those records
are in the possession of the Federal Bureau of Investigation in Atlanta, Georgia. I have made requests for those records through counsel, but as of today, I have been unsuccessful in retrieving them. Nonetheless, I will provide you with as much information concerning Dr. York's medical care as I can, to the best of my recollection. I recall you asking if I had identified any sexually transmitted diseases during my years of caring for Dr. York. As I stated, I have never found in him, nor have I ever had a suspicion of a sexually transmitted disease in Dr. York. Even further, I have never treated nor known of any treatment given to Dr. York for sexually transmitted diseases.
Hello again, my name is Dr. Frederick Bright. I'm a physician licensed to practice medicine in the state of Georgia. I have followed the Malachi Z York case from the onset during the arrest in May of 2002. In my opinion letter during that time, I stated that the consistent inconsistencies in the medical history from the alleged victims led me to the conclusion that there was a problem with those histories. In other words, the histories were not medically what was expected for the type of complaints or allegations that the victims were stating had occurred. Additionally, there was a complete absence of any DNA forensic evidence, or there was a complete absence of pregnancies of any of these alleged female victims who were of childbearing age, despite the astronomical number of allegations of sexual molestation and assault that were apparently stated to have taken place. Again, in this case, because of the significant gap between when the actual allegations took place and the time of examination, the medical examiners did not have any real ability to evaluate the body orifices that were involved in the acute stage of the alleged event. Okay, so this again puts a considerable opening for the prosecution to simply say, well, it happened just the way we're saying it, and they don't have to be held accountable for any real specifics that are normal for a sexual molestation case. Additionally, there was no forensic evidence of any type linking Malachi York to any of the victims in this case. Forensic evidence would be that such as DNA, which could clearly show if the defendant had had sexual contact or body fluid exchange with any of the victims. There was a complete absence of forensic evidence.
There you have it. We have a video by Dr. Bright. We got a letter by Dr. York's personal physician of 7 to 8 years prior to his illegal incarceration, telling you in his own words that Dr. York has never had an STD. I don't know how much proof y'all want. In the same letter, he states that the FBI took York's medical records and have yet to return to him. I wonder why. Maybe because it would prove that they obtained York's blood work in order to frame him for a disease that the alleged victims already had. People, think about it for a second. It's not illegal yet. If the prosecution has such a strong form of evidence, why, for the sake of me, did they not use it in the trial?
Message!
Things that make you go, Dr. York is innocent and has always been. Stay tuned for part 3 of Lies of Liars. And for you slanderers out there, your lying campaign is over. You have nothing new to say. You have exhausted your resources. You're tired. You're washed up. Get a life. For the family, like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you can be notified with the real deal. Peace.